Welcome back, Kiwi Yoinkers and all other folk to Sunsaw Gaming. Today we've got the Mighty Magnus. Now, this is in the Battle Pass. I've just unlocked it, and this is the tank. So you got 140 on the turret front, 127 on the hull, 86 on the sides, and 1700 damage per minute, 168 and 255 for the average penetration on the rounds, 225 damage and 190 on the APCR. Now, 4.3 aiming time and a 310 dispersion, which is pretty good, and a good 10 degrees of gun depression. Now, this thing also has an average speed of 30, so it goes relatively quick. This thing is basically just a reskinned M6, which is the Tier 6 Heavy. Now, the difference here is that this tank has a absolute crap ton of spaced armor and those spikes on the back. Plus, of course, your eagle on the top, which is pretty cool. It comes with a little animation when you go in. Now, this gun at the front, that's also spaced armor. Now, normally when you're face hugging in an M6, people can shoot you through that, but not in this tank. It's got amazing spaced armor on the sides there, covering the tracks in the rear, and this thing can actually side scrape, which is really, really good. It's also got this spaced armor around the base of the turret on the sides and the rear. And we're just going to go into a few matches here and show you what this tank can do. So our first match here is on Dead Rail. Now, I am playing Supremacy, and we're just going to, well, this match we're basically going to roll over the enemy team. It's over way quicker than I expected it to be, and you're going to see why. You're going to see why. Now, I'm pulling up here. I've got my heavies coming with me. We've got a medium coming with me. Got a tank destroyer coming this way as well, and we've got the two mediums that are heading out to sea. So I'm just going to pull up here. I'm going to see what I can light up, see if their heavies are crossing, and I completely fluff that shot. This M6 is sitting behind me, so I can't back up, but the KV2 wants to shoot him instead of me, which suits me fine. So we're just going to roll up here. We're going to get a couple of shots into this KV2 and hopefully not get hit by the AT while we're crossing, which we do not. Get another shot into this KV2 medicine, set him on fire, and somebody else finishes him off. Now I'm just going to make sure this AT can't hit me while I pull around this corner, and we're going to go after this M6. I get a very nice bounce off the side of my tank there, and as you can see, this leopard has spotted me, and he's looking like he wants to have a piece of me. I can't quite go through the M6's turret, so I'm just going to put an APCR round into him, which is awesome. We're going to swap into the AP here and try and get one into the side of the leopard. Now, if he shoots me, he's just going to bounce every single shot. Lucky for him, I low rolled on that shot, so he does manage to get away. Well, not very far, but he could get away. Now, pulling up on this M6, I do bounce that shot off of him, but that's perfectly fine. Now, I'm going to face hug this guy on this hill, and you can see here, this tank is soft. I mean, he's essentially looking at the same sort of thing at the front of my tank, except mine has the spaced armor. Now we're going to pull up here, and this AT2 that is off to the side here is not paying me any attention. He's also tracked, so we're just going to put a shell into him, and hopefully we can reload and finish him off. Unfortunately, our team has cleared him as well. This AT2 here has missed me, and I'm going to miss him in return, because lately I can't seem to hit the hatch of an AT series tank at all. Which is just what happens. And we're going to pull up, we're going to start getting aggressive. This guy's not looking at me at all. This M4 shooting gets a very nice bounce off of me. And, well, this match is pretty much over. We're going to land this AT2, finish and continue there, repair our tracks, hopefully get up here and deal some more damage to this M4 Sherman. Unfortunately, I snapped my shot there. I shouldn't have taken it, but I was getting hungry for the damage and I hit the dirt. But we will get one more shot into his ammo rack there, and hopefully we can finish him off, but I don't think we're going to. Our T-34 there, he bounces, but our other tank does finish him off. So that was a really quick match, and just a quick preview of what this tank can do. Now, I do have two other matches that are coming up after this one. Get a Class 2 Mastery there with 1700 damage, 2 kills, 27,000 credit return, top of the team. Good job to you, Type 58. You were great support. And we're just going to hop into our next match here. Now, for this next match, we are on Castilla. And again, it is Supremacy. Again, Tier 6s and Tier 5s. I don't know how many matches I've played in this tank, but every single match has been tier 6, tier 5 matchmaking. I haven't once come up against tier 7s. So I can't tell you how this thing does against tier 7s, unfortunately, but I'm going to assume it doesn't do too well. As you can see there, the nice eagle coming down, landing on top of the turret. Yeah, it looks alright. Looks alright in my opinion. I don't mind the look of this tank. Probably get rid of the trident on the side and put something else there, but it is a very gladiatorial looking tank. Now, if you look at the mini-map here, our mediums and light tank are going to be really, really silly. Now, I pull up to this hill like a heavy should. I'm just going to try and get the quick spots, see if their two heavies are coming up this way, and hopefully not get hit by their tank destroyers. Now, I pull up over here, and instantly, their whole freaking team is here. So I hit the help button, and if you just watch, our mediums and light tanks, they're still not moving. They're not moving at all. Now, my heavy tank down there and the tank destroyer, they're not exactly using much cover. These guys on the top of the hill are firing down towards my light tank and medium, and I get a nice bounce off the PZ4. So I'm just going to keep working this corner here and hit the bank with a shot that was very, very, very badly aimed by me. And we've got this KV2 who's going to pull forward. He's going to look to get a shot into us. So I'm just going to turn my tank and get that spaced armour on his side. So if this KV2 wants to hit me, he's going to have to commit. He's not going to be able to just place one of those HE rounds through the side of my tank, at least not very easily. Now, as you can see, I've got a lot of opposition happening here. My heavy tank on my team is already dead. I do still have my tank destroyer support behind me, but he's probably not going to last too long. And this KV2, like I said, he committed, and he put a very, very, very nice shell into me. Now, that shot was unfortunately my undoing. If it wasn't for that, I might have been able to get out of this very, very bad situation I'm in. Get a very nice bounce from the Stug there. Hopefully we can clear. No, we're going to clear this KV2 because he's the more dangerous target at the moment. And now I've got 3 tanks behind me, but because I don't have that KV2 pressuring me anymore, I can turn my back. Get a nice shot from this PZ4, take out his enemy, and just look at the amount of shots that I'm bouncing with this tank. I'm not by any means trying to bounce. Well, I mean, I'm trying to bounce, but I didn't expect to get this many bounces. I wouldn't have been 6, but I do die. So I've got 1600 damage there with 1500 blocked damage, and my team has just fallen to bits. Now, these mediums are not doing very good, and we're not going to watch the end of this match. Instead, I'll just take you to the end results, and this is what I got. I got 1600 damage, 25,000 credits, 2 kills. Not too bad. As you can see, my team did not do too well at all, but we'll hop into the next match here and just show you what it can do. And this one is on Hellas. So, very good map. Very good map. I like Hellas. A lot of people do not like this map, but I do. I enjoy this map very, very much. Anyway, we are again on Supremacy, so I'm going to do what heavy tanks should do. I'm going to go towards Cap A. I mean, from Cap A, if you're lucky enough or skilled enough, you can Cap A and prevent the enemy from getting to B and capping that. So you can actually out-cap them here. And it can be done from both sides, depending on how you play it. So I'm going to pull up here, I'm going to give them my side with all of the spaced armour, if anything pulls up across here. But at this rate, it does not look like it. So I'm just ping the map, let the enemy team know that my allied team, sorry, know that everybody on the enemy team is over there. Now I was going to push down to the other cap, but there's no need for me to do that. Our TD's already gone over there, our M6 is also heading that way, and there's no enemies over there. There's no point in me heading that way at all. So I'm just going to pull up this hill and I'm going to try and provide some crossfire into base C. As soon as I get up here though, my gun depression finally gets down and the enemy have backed off. So I'm just going to have a quick look around. Now I could have hit that T-34, but he's pulled too far forward, so I'm just going to look for shots on this MT-25, which I can't get. So I'm going to make sure the rest of the team can't hit me. They can't, and I can put a nice shot into that T-34. But there's no point in me sitting back here. There is not enough shots for this tank to be effective sitting back here. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to try and save our tank destroyer, who's gone very forward. Unfortunately, I don't manage to get a shot into that T-34. And Well, he's going to try and run away now that Shadow's shown up, and we get the kill shot into him, which is very good for our team. Sorry about that, guys. We'll just swipe Eric off the screen there. He's setting up a tournament at the moment. But at this point now, we've got Cap A, we've got Cap B. Our base points are going up really quick. We're both down one team member, but I mean, in Supremacy, they are at a big disadvantage at this point. I'm just going to rush in. I'm going to try and get a ram into this MT-25, who I absolutely completely miss. But that's alright. I get a shot into him there. Even though he's pumped me with a couple of shells, it's not enough to really worry me. My teammate misses his shot there, which is good for me because I get to pick up the kill. Now, rolling around this corner, I just want to make sure this KV-2 is not going to shoot me because that could be very bad news. And since you can't, we're going to pull up, we're going to try and take care of this KV-1S because this is a hill and, well, I'm pretty sure I've got better gun depression than that guy. But I do notice the KV-2 crossing there. I do get a track shot into him. Again, sorry for the messages that are popping up across the screen. But we're gonna take out this KV-1S now, which recently did get a buff. It's got a much quicker reload time on its main gun now, but it's nothing compared to the Magnus or the M6, as it were. Now I'm just going to wait for my teammate to come up there. Hopefully he gets the kill on the KV-1S. Which allows me to progress. Now I know the KV-2 is on base C, so I'm just going to try and put a shell into him, angling up, giving him all of that space over on the side of my tank. He does hit my tracks with that, and that's all he does. He doesn't actually damage me, which is great. And my team gets 1,000 points. Unfortunately, I would like to have gotten a lot more damage there. I would have liked to have kept rolling through the enemy team, but that's not how it went. We get another class 2, 2,000 damage, 42,000 credits, and 2 destroyed. In all honesty, for $5 or whatever, I do reckon that the Magnus is worth getting out of this battle pass. I don't like the M6, I do like this Magnus. On paper they are the same basically. But how they perform in battle is completely different in my opinion. I mean, the Magnus, you can side scrape in it. You can't do that with the M6. So it's worth getting it if you like playing around at low tiers. Until next time guys, stay safe, use cover, cheers.